we go. Here we go.
I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content with the people. Salute the friends and family. Salute the Bucks Nation. Appreciate all y'all tapping in on this vampire live stream for this Bucks win today. Y'all know we're here to talk about what went on between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers in LA on this late night on a Thursday that is now a Friday, where the Bucks were victorious, 118-89 in a bounce back performance. Yes, the Lakers were without Luka Dončić and they were also without LeBron James, but again, you play who's in front of you, and the Bucks definitely let their anger out on the Los Angeles Lakers today. Let's get into these numbers quick. We're gonna open up the lines. I just appreciate all y'all tapping in so late, and thankfully it's for a win today. Let's get into these numbers. Bucks have a dominating performance. They came out in the first quarter off the rip with a point to prove, 34-19. Had a little bit of a slip up in the second quarter, got busy in the third quarter, got busy in the fourth quarter. Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. Taurean Prince, another pedestrian effort from him, 6 points. Shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, 9 of 15, 10 of 12 from the free throw line on the road. 10 of 12 from the free throw line on the road for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 28 points. 2 back-to-back 20-point performances by Kyle Kuzma. Shout out for a bounce back performance the last 2 games by Kyle Kuzma. 9 of 16, didn't shoot well from the 3, but 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers, 22 points. Or 20 points, my bad. Shout out to Kyle Kuzma. Brook Lopez with a solid effort for Brook, 4 of 8, 1 of 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 7 rebounds, so that's good to see from Brook. 2 blocks, plus 17, 11 points. Ryan Rollins. We've been asking for Ryan Rollins to get some run, have we not, Bucks Nation? Friends and family, we've been asking for Ryan Rollins to get some run. The Bucks finally listened. Ryan Rollins, 3 of 11. 2 of 7 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 big steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 10 points. Excellent game, in my opinion, by Ryan Rollins in 30 minutes of play, seeing he hasn't had that much playing time in quite some time. Nice performance by Ryan Rollins. Also good in a blowout performance to see a little bit of Pete Nance. So we're starting to see what we have there. He played 7 minutes, 1 of 3, 2 points. Chris Livingston got in the game. This was nice to get a blowout win for the young guys to get some run. Even Pat Connaughton got into it. And the man I want to talk about who's really been hooping of 2025, besides when he was injured, Gary Trent Jr. Another big game from Gary Trent Jr. 6 of 10 from the 3-point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 23 points, plus 28, the highest plus minus on the team today was by Gary Trent Jr. Didn't get much from Kevin Porter Jr. today, only 3 points. And we also didn't get much from AJ Green, again, 6 points. I don't know what we're going to have to do to get AJ Green out of this funk, but he's definitely in a funk right now, friends and family. We got to find a way to get him out of it. Buck shot well today from the field, 40 of 84. Only 11 of 35 from the 3-point line, 27 of 34 from the free throw line. I love how aggressive we were today. This is what we want to see from the Bucks against the elite competition, and every game how we played today with the passion, desire, like we had something to prove today. Finally, shout out to the Bucks. We needed that. Now let's look at the ops. Markieff Morris, 3 of 11. Didn't give much, 9 points. Jackson Hayes, 9. Gabe Vincent, 9. Jordan Goodwin, 8. Dalton Connect had a solid performance with 17. Alex Lynn, of all people, had 10 points. And Bronny James getting 17 is a little crazy to me, but Shout out to Bronny James, 7 to 10. We held them to 41% shooting, 34% from the three, only 62% from the free throw line. We dominated in almost all categories except rebounding. That's our Achilles heel. We did have 24 rebounds. I'm very impressed with the 12 steals the Bucks had tonight, because that let me know that they had active hands and they were really moving on defense to get 12 steals. So shout out to the Bucks for that. And only have 9 turnovers in the whole game. They were protecting the ball today. They were moving the ball. It wasn't quite at my 30 assist mark with 24. Still lets me know that the Bucks were moving the ball today, which is also good to see. Let's get to these team stats, and then I'm gonna open up the lines here. I know it's late, y'all. Really appreciate y'all tapping in. This West Coast trip is brutal with this time. I mean, Jesus, starting games at 9:30 is crazy. Again, we didn't win the rebounding battle today, 41 to 50, 10 to 14. Not that bad, 36 to 31. We're at least within striking distance rebounding. Points off turnovers. They conceded 22 to only our 9. For once, we're winning over the points conceded off turnovers battle. 9 to 22 is a pretty big gap in turnovers, and then conceded points 29 to 10 is a huge gap. So just shout out to the Bucks for only having 9 turnovers. That's still really, really impressive. And we only conceded 10 points to their 29. So it lets me know we were active defensively. And look at that. The Bucks had 22. The Bucks had 22 fast break points to their 4. Awesome. The Bucks are playing with some pace. 50 points in the paint. Hey, the Bucks dominated today. They dominated a team that was down. We should dominate a team like this, is what we expect. But again, we do want to see this. We're happy about the win. All these wins matter by the Milwaukee Bucks, clearly, because it's a tight race in the East as far as for playoff positioning, and you have to win the games you're supposed to. This is a game that we're supposed to win, that they're undermanned. We won it. Let's be happy. We got another game. The next game coming up against the Kings. Let's go ahead and critique this team positively today, because they did win. I know the circumstances are a little bit different for why we won, but again, a win is a win. And the way we've been playing, any win from this team is greatly appreciated. All right, y'all. Let's get to see who's in the building. Then we're gonna open up these lines and let's talk about it. We expected a win today. Let's be clear. I mean, this team that we're playing was undermanned. We expected to win today. No joke. We expected to win today, in my opinion. Let's get it. Let's get to these stats. Let's get into these calls. Let's get it cracking, y'all. See who's in the building. Appreciate y'all tapping in this late again. I want to say thank you. Greg Delaney, salute to you. It's your birthday today, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Salute, salute. Dre West in the building. I see you. My man Dre West said, I stand by Doc. It's still wild that you said that comment to me earlier. Shout out to Dre West. William Johnson, what's good? Brandon King Carter in the building. What's good? Appreciate you. Veggie Gross, what's good? Robert Brooks, what's good? Derek Stevenson in the building. Eli Harris, what's good? Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Mr. 414 in the building. Guy got me in the building. What's good? Eliza in the building. Boy Mommy in the building. Patricia in the building. What's good, y'all? Bucks number 1, I see you. Rigo, I see you. Francis, I see you. Gary Foster, what's good? Jonathan Porter, the childish one, what's good? Appreciate you. Feels a little better today to at least be talking about a win, y'all. Marjan Crime, what's good? Appreciate you. Hoyt Street E, what's good, bro? My boy Jeff Riley is in the building. What's good, y'all? King Kwame in the building. Monalando, Tony Jackson, what's good? The living legend, Mr. Cool. Marvin Childs in the building. What up, Marvin? Luke Lipinski, what's good? T, what's good? Appreciate y'all. Let's get it in on this vampire stream. I can't wait till we offer this West Coast trip. What about y'all? I cannot wait till we are offered this West Coast trip. Tired of this. These games at 10, starting at 10 o'clock. Ridiculous. What up, Kung Fu Kenny? What's good, James? Let's get it. Yo, Monalando, you was wild last live. Shout out to Montalando. He said he crashed out. Yeah, you did, bro. You really did. Shout out to Montalando for recognizing that. Salute, Montalando. Oh my God. Montalando. Salute. Bronny was hooping, but wouldn't somebody like Bronny hoop against the Bucks? Doesn't that just make sense to you? I'm not surprised. Derek Stevenson said, "Good win, Bucks Nation, friends and family. Absolutely, we needed it. Any win we can get, we need it." Hoy Street E said, "I'm so happy I couldn't watch the Warriors game. Hilarious." Jeff Riley, what's good, bro? Why are teams lately trying to hurt us with the flagrant fouls? This is crazy. It's just what it is. They're not gonna, because they know that if they know the refs ain't gonna do nothing. That's why I don't even be talking about the refs like that no more, because it's just what it is. We can't do anything about it. They're not gonna fix it. They're not gonna address it. We just gotta fight through it. We just gotta fight through it, man. I don't know what else to say. Kung Fu Candy said, "How exactly do we get a full team rotation when Dame's out? Like Dame seriously eats up all that clock?" Doc and the rotations have been an annoyance for Bucks Nation for since he's been a coach. We still don't know why he has some of these rotations, bro. It's extremely frustrating. Hey, James said, "I don't blame you." Yeah, that last loss was a lot. That was a lot. I feel you, James. Eliza was good. Marvin, I agree. The team just got by offensively, but they did play a good defensive game. We did, considering the competition. I do think we played good. Eliza, salute to you. King Kwame said Doc took 14 games left in the season to ask his best players how they can improve the offense. Wow. I keep telling y'all about Doc. He cannot be trusted, and that's what's crazy. You wait till 14 games left to try to have a team meeting and pull this team together is insane. He might be trying to save his own job, to keep it real. Doc is definitely on the hot seat. Let's not, hey, friends and family, let's not be mistaken. That man is on the hot seat. Though we did play well today, but again, against the undermanned squad. 7Z, what's good, bro? The NBA told the Warriors to lose to the Nuggets without Jokic and Murray, then gave the Warriors a game back against the Bucks. Now the Bucks got a game from the Lakers. Come on, 7Z. We're not going to do all the conspiracy theory. We just happy we got a win regardless of circumstances. Shout out to the homie 7Z. Been in the click for a minute. Mr. 414 said it was hilarious watching Laker fans live and die with every shot Bronny took. Yeah, it's crazy. He's like he got like a cult fan base, like when Taco Fall was in the NBA. If y'all remember when Taco Fall was in the NBA, how he had that crazy like fan base. Same with Bronny. What up? Yeah, Nemesis said, "Yo, what up, Nemesis? Appreciate you tapping in, famo." Maria, what's good? Yeah, hey, Gary Trent Jr. was hooping today. He's been hooping pretty much all of 2025, to keep it real. He's only had a few off games. Gary Trent Jr. definitely needs to be on this roster next year, in my opinion, along with Kevin Porter Jr. Those are must-haves. Must-haves. Rigo said, "Look, Diddy proud of Bronny." Come on, bro. We're not going to do that. Come on, fam. What up, Nico? Says, "Greeting from me in the gym." What up, Nikos? What's going on, bro? You out there in Sweden? What's cracking, bro? Salute, salute. If y'all didn't know, this chat is definitely global and just not local. That I assure you. Nikos tapping in. What up, Nikos, from over there from Sweden? Salute. The highest human actors and inspire, my guy in the building. What's good? Salute, salute. You know I love that name, bro. Prime time said the NBA hates us. Absolutely. And they show us every game. T said Doc needs to go. He does, but we gotta address all the real changes in the off season. Monalando said Doc talks too much in interviews. He doesn't talk enough to his team. He doesn't talk enough to his team. Shout out to Doc though. At least he got us a win today. That's all I can be happy about. At least we got a win today. Monalando said Gary Trent Jr. is our best shooter. He shoots often and he gets hot, unlike TP. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm standing on business with Gary Trent Jr. He's been hooping. He's been hooping. No joke. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Marvin Child said West Coast trip, just basketball to me. I feel you, but Hey, these games starting at 9:30 instead of 7 to 7:30. That 2 hours does make a difference though, Marvin. But I feel you. I definitely feel you. I know that we're gonna take this win with a grain of salt, friends and family. But the way that we've been playing recently, we just got to be happy when we get a win. We need anything, any momentum from this team in a positive direction, like the shooting from Gary Trent today, the team basketball today, the way they were sharing the basketball. My problem is, y'all know the formula that works for this team. It's ball movement, good defense, and playing smart basketball leads to wins. Why can't y'all perform like that when the lights are brightest? Why can't y'all just perform like this consistently? Bucks need to start building good habits now. I know we've been saying that all year, but it's still time. We got double digit games left. The Bucks can definitely get it together. Will they is the question. Will the coaching staff demand that out of this roster? That's what we're waiting to see. We have talent, y'all. It just needs guidance. We just need guidance. We have talent, y'all. We just need the correct guidance and for the players to have a passion and respect for their game, man. Like, it's difficult sometimes with this team because you know that the talent's there. They show you glimpses. It's just being consistent is the real problem. I it just shouldn't be with a team of this age. It just shouldn't be. I'm just keeping it real. It just shouldn't be like that. What up, Mr. Washington? Good evening, Chad. Bronny G League James drops a career high on us. I'm just discussing. Are you surprised though? That's regular for the Bucks. That's regular for the Bucks. The no-namers just go crazy. Isaiah Joe, people like that just go crazy on us. Bronny James might not score double figures in another game all year, but he got off on us. Is insane. Correct, Patricia P. Man, Patricia P and the Queens of the Check staying here, dropping gems. Salute. Ball movement and player movement. I agree, Patricia. I wholeheartedly agree with you. James said one subscriber away from 3K. Someone got to subscribe. Facts. I wasn't even paying attention, bro. Salute, James. Hey, James, I told you, friends and family, we are here grinding, putting in the pain after all these lives. The subs are starting to come in, almost 3,000 subs. I wasn't even paying attention, James. I appreciate you bringing that to friends and family attention. The proof is in the pudding. The hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication. In my Floyd Mayweather voice, that's what we doing over here. Almost 3,000 subs, chopping it up about this Bucks and Packers talk. I appreciate y'all tapping in and subbing and joining friends and family. Good looking, appreciate you. Mr. 414 in the building. What I saw from Cruz tonight, I like to see a lot more. Playing like your size aggressively, going to the basket and finishing at the cup. These are all within his skill tree. He definitely can produce like this on a consistent basis. A lot of what we saw today, we've seen flashes of. The problem with the Bucks is consistency. That's it. We're not a bad team. It's not like we lack talent. We lack discipline and focus. If we can put that together, I don't care if it's 3 games before the playoffs start. We're a dangerous team if we're disciplined and focused. And that's what the coaching staff should be bringing out of this team and roster is discipline and focus. That's what we're lacking. 7Z said Doc is old school's offense is 2-man pick and roll, no ball movement. Well, he got to adjust or he going to get out of here, bro. That's it, 7Z. I'm not playing with this dude no more. We'll get him out of here. Shout out to Maurice. Appreciate the $10 super chat. I'll take the win tonight, but we was going to ignore the fact that we just let Make-A-Wish kid Bronny James play 30 minutes and score 17 against us. Everybody has a shining moment that gets Doc shaking my head. I was just saying that earlier. Was I not, Maurice? We let the nobodies go off on us. I gave the example of Isaiah Joe. Absolutely right. That's why it doesn't even count. It doesn't even count. It doesn't count. Shout out to Maurice. Appreciate you spinning the block, bro. Jeff Riley said, y'all got to understand TP is trash and definitely should not be brought back. Goodbye, TP. Brooke, Billy Hoyle. Sir knows the void of defense. Y'all can leave with Doc. Wow. Wow. Jeff Riley, why you go in like that, bro? Salute to Jeff Riley. 7Z said Isaiah Joe's a great shooter. Brody is shooting like 15%. I feel you, but you know what the point I'm trying to make, 7Z. Monolando said, why did the Lakers decide to low manage this game? That's disrespectful. They weren't going to win with Luka in the game. They already knew that, so why play him? He wasn't going. They weren't going to win with him anyway. I thought it made sense. Franchise of cowards. Derek Stevens said, what's good? Ajax needs to be back in the rotation. When he started 2 of 8, it was Ajax defense and energy that kept us from free falling. We are a different team now. Start him alongside Dame and Kuzma at the 3. I see what you're saying. I do believe that Ajax is too small to start at the 3. But I get what you're saying. His defense did help turn our season around 100%. 7Z said, Kuz needs to stop shooting 3. It's definitely not his strong suit. 100%, 7Z. Definitely not his strong suit. But I do want him to continue being aggressive. He has to continue being aggressive. The open shot is there. He has to take it so the defense remains honest, but definitely not his strong suit. Brandon King Carter said almost at 3,000 subs, and let's keep it up, Bucks Nation and friends and family. Get him to 3,000 subs. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. We shooting for 5,000. We ain't stopping here. Let's get to 5,000. Shout out to Brandon. Bleach Report boss said over 3K. Let's go. What up, Bleach Report boss? Jeff Riley said consistency and coaching, Amber. Yes, very important. Very important. D-Call123 was good. Said he agreed with Derek Stevenson. It's Moose 414 was good. Mr. 414, thank you for giving Kuz credit for playing well today. This dude Moose, he's definitely on the Kuzma apology train. Absolutely. Salute to his Moose 414. Kuzma's played the last 2 games now. He's over 20 the last 2 games. Mr. Cool said Monolando because they thought they could steal a win. And if that's the case, Mr. Cool, that's overtly disrespectful to this team. Yes, Monolon, he's a good shooter. I get it, but you know what I mean. He shouldn't have been dropping what he dropped on us, nor should Bronny James. Let's go, 3,000 subs. I told y'all, hey, Mayweather, hard work, dedication. I got a hell of a team. Got a hell of a team. Hard work, dedication, get you 3,000 subs. Let's go, friends and family. Salute. Appreciate y'all. D-Call123, we definitely had our best stretch of consistent play when Ajax was in the lineup. Great point. Great point. Milwaukee Black said you can't pay me to believe Doc Rivers can coach is hilarious. Nah New said, nice to see Buck smiles at the end of a game. We know what this team is capable of, and in a tough stretch like this, a win like this, even over the depleted Lakers feels critical for this team's psyche. Facts. That's what I was just saying earlier. We need anything to get us on the positive side of momentum. Facts. Good point, Monolando. Rollins is more versatile than Ajax. Ajax, he just don't got the D. I mean, not the offense. I'm sorry. He definitely got the D, just got the offense. Yes, sir. Salute D-Code123. Mr. Cool said if Kuzma could shoot, we could put Prince on the bench. Facts. Facts. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Hey, we still grinding. It ain't over. The journey ain't over. This is just letting you know we headed in the right direction. Y'all done seen the grind. A lot of y'all done been here from the alpha of this, from the beginning of this. And we done grinding all the way to 3,000 subs. I just really appreciate the support, y'all. Seriously. That's crazy that we done got to 3,000 subs. Seriously. I'm proud of Bucks Nation, friends and family, proud of the pod for making that type of having this type of impact on this genre of Bucks talk. Like I said, I honestly in my heart believe we the best in the business. I believe this is the best complete podcast to discuss Bucks and Packers talk on all of YouTube. Look at the knowledge in the chat, just the camaraderie. How can you beat this? Seriously, shout out to y'all. Maurice, appreciate you spinning the block with a $10 super chat. Bucks Nation, what are your thoughts on the alleged meeting that Doc called with Dame and GA? What do you guys think was discussed, and what do you think the vibes was afterwards? Let's talk about it. I'm hoping they're just looking for answers. That's what that meeting was. The Bucks are looking for answers, and they're reaching out to their superstars to figure out what they could do to win some games. Because they should not be losing games with Dame and Giannis on the floor against undermanned teams. That's a fact. That's what they're trying to figure out. How do we motivate ourselves and this team to get us some wins, and so we don't back into the playoffs? That's my worst fear for the Bucks, is us backing into the playoffs. That's what I don't want at all. So we need to get some momentum going. And I'm low key. You know what? Let's keep it real, Maurice. Maybe they're talking about who we need to pay attention to and who do y'all want to see play so we can see who we go keep at the end of the season. Maybe they're saying this is who we want you to audition. Let's see. I think Rollins can be an impact. Let's see what Rollins can do. Let's see blah blah blah. It might be auditions. I don't know how much the Bucks can change. You got what, less than 15 games left. How much can you change? You can get the right players in the game though that the players actually want. Maybe he's asking for help on rotations. Whatever the case may be, I'm just happy that they're having conversations and they understand that they're not playing good basketball. That's important to me. Is being aware, and at least they're aware they're not playing good basketball. King Kwame said Ajax is a bench player. His IQ is too low to be in the rotation. The only person to be fighting for the last spot when Bobby comes back is Rollins and AJ Green. Fair point. Fair point. I love Ajax, but his ineptness on offense is just too much to overcome. It's just too much to overcome. He has to figure something out. He can be a corner three guy. He got to get a floater. Something has to shake for Ajax. Otherwise, he will not be in the NBA in 2 years, guaranteed. He'll be playing wherever Bochamp gonna be playing. They might be on the same team. What up, Mr. Cool? When opposing players like Isaiah Joe scores like that, yeah, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't shoot, but he shouldn't be scoring like that. That's my point. 7Z said Kuzma could be aggressive driving to the basket or cutting to the basket. Kuzma shooting threes is like turning over the ball. I know what you're saying, but he has to keep the defense honest. And maybe he should be on the Giannis clip where you shoot one and you earn another one if you make it. If you miss it, it's a wrap. Maybe Kuzma should be on the same Giannis plan as far as on 3-point shoot. I'm not against it. Jeff Riley said Kuzma is Giannis at the free throw line. It's a mystery, but Giannis had a good game at the line tonight, Amber. I mean, lack of consistency and coaching is hurting this team. True, but I did shout out Giannis for his good free throw shooting. And the reason it's really impressive today is because it's on the road. So it lets me know when he's locked in, maybe a little bit angry, that he can really get it in as far as on the free throw line, and maybe his focus adjusts a little bit. My brother said, "Congrats on the 3K. I appreciate it, bro. You know I'm out here grinding. We talk about this all the time. Salute." Rondo was on the bench. I did see that. Monalando said, "You think Doc coaching Rondo as his replacement when he gets?" I don't know, Monalando. I don't know. Maybe, bro. Maybe this man. What's wrong with you, Monalando? Salute. Mr. Cool said not only Kuzma shoots poorly, but he has a as bad as Giannis on the free throw line. They're very similar in that regards as far as bad free throw shooters and bad 3-point shooters, but the energy and the intangibles they bring is uncanny. That's why I like both of them. You got to take the good with the bad. It's very rare that you get a perfect player like Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So you got to take a little bit of bad with a lot of good, I think, with both of those players. Milwaukee Black was good. Y'all tripping. AJ Green will never be a starter too little. Ajax is a starter on any team with the coach. Ajax can be Draymond Green with coaching. I feel you with that. But again, on this team with this coach, he will not get any playing time. What you're saying is logical. If we had a coach with awareness and IQ, but we don't have that, so that's why we're saying that, because that would take for a coach to coach you and bring the best out of you and put you in a position to be successful. Doc is a player's coach. He knows how to politic the locker room. He doesn't know how to politic on the floor or how to bring the best out of a player. In the words of Mr. Bahamas Gibson Nicholas, we don't have any type of development program. We don't develop no players. When have we the last player we developed was Giannis Antetokounmpo, and And shout out to Chris Middleton. We don't develop no players around here. That's the problem. We don't have nothing like that. Shout out to Gibson Nicholas. Kung Fu Kenny said Rollins had 3 steals and a block first 5 minutes of the game. He's a dog. He got some dog in him. I definitely give him that. Derek Stevenson said Maurice Glenn Rivers is trying to keep his job. In my opinion, that too. That too. Yeah, 7Z. Yeah, I agree, bro. 99 watching, y'all. Hey, 44 likes. Let's get the likes up. We doing the Vampire live stream today, y'all. Hey, let's get them likes up. Appreciate it. Mr. Cool said, I've never seen Giannis and Dame laugh so much on the bunch. It was on the bench. It was actually refreshing. They need some time off, both of them. They've been trying to carry this team all season. I think they've earned a few DMPs, in my opinion. 7Z said Doc is just trying to get support from Giannis and Dame so he can come back next season. But that's the thing, though. All funny stuff aside, no disrespect. I don't want to see anybody lose their job. But Doc needs to just go back into the booth and just talk about the game. He can't coach the game no more. The game is passed him by. It happens. It happens. It doesn't mean you're a terrible coach. It just means for this era, your coaching style is just not effective. It's just not effective. I don't want him coming back. He doesn't need to come back. What has he shown you over these past 1.5 seasons, 2 seasons that says that he should come back as a coach? There's nothing he can tell Giannis and Dame is gonna save him. Trust me. We gonna get him out of there. This pod, friends and family, Bucks Nation, we will get Doc Rivers out of there. He's holding his team back. I know we've been blaming coaches for a while, but sometimes it takes a while for you to get the right coach. Just like in the NFL, you keep drafting #1 quarterbacks until you get the right one, and then that becomes your franchise quarterback. It takes a little bit of time. Just because you fired a coach doesn't mean you can't fire another coach. It's part of the game. If this person isn't taking advantage of your roster and maximizing your roster, you can't say, "Oh, we're not gonna fire him because we got 2 other coaches on the payroll." No, that means you made poor decisions. Until you stop making poor decisions, you're gonna keep paying these coaches. It just is what it is. But Doc Rivers is not the man to lead this team in the 25 and 26 NBA season. Absolutely not. I'll be pissed if he comes back. King Kwame said Doc just didn't want to look horrible against JJ Redick, who said last year Doc takes no accountability. Hilarious. He definitely don't want to lose to JJ Redick. That's a fact. Hoyt Street E, what's good, my dude? I see some of our best ball when we're freed Brook in the post, and then the offense open it up from there. We've been asking for Brook to be in the post forever. When he does it, it's effective. When he doesn't, when he's not trying to just chuck threes. But salute to you, Hoyt Street E. Completely agree. Mr. Cool said you guys got me up late tonight. Good night. Salute, Mr. Cool. We ain't gonna be on here too crazy, but we gotta chop it up, friends and family. We got a reputation to upkeep for going live after every Bucks game. Do we not, friends and family? No matter the hour, we support this squad. Win, lose, or draw. What up, John? Bucks got enough to win the chip. It's just up to them if they want to. I agree. I think this roster is good enough. They just have to focus in that we need some type of coaching. We do need some coaching. Like, the coaching is crazy. I'm not gonna hold y'all with that. The coaching is a little crazy. For Doc is just very concerning in that arena, y'all. Doc is very concerning. Monalando said Kuz was in his bag tonight. Maybe it's because he got booted by the Lake. I'm sure it was. Anytime you go against a former team, player is gonna play well, so I expect that. James said, "Is Doc opposite of Adrian Griffin in a way as a player's coach?" Yes, yes. And I don't know if y'all saw my tweet today. I was talking to my brother in our little chat. One thing about Adrian Griffin was the offense was humming, the defense was terrible. There's nothing that Doc has done that we can say he does. Do you get what I'm saying? Doc is just there. He's just a guy. Doc is no different than one of our assistant coaches right now, to keep it real. Adrian Griffin, you could say, okay, he is terrible on defense, but on offense, we were electric. We're scoring 130 points all the time. If y'all check the Twitter, look at the clip I showed you how Dame was getting off on pick and rolls. true structure pick and rolls. It was very interesting. If you could maybe merge Griffin and Doc together somehow, maybe that would be decent. Jeff Riley said, "That's what I was saying about Kuzma on the free throw line. He's as bad as Giannis at the line, even though Giannis made 10 or 12 tonight." Yeah, they're both not great free throw shooters. I agree with you. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. Congrats on 3K subscribers, bro. This is by far the most matured, educated Bucks YouTube channel. No doubt about it in my cat Phillips voice. Trust me on this one. I've never done the research. Bro, I appreciate you. That's what I be saying. Hey, we the best in the business over here, bro. Best in the business. This community is outstanding over here. This community, the fellowship, the knowledge. Come on, y'all. Who else doing it like y'all over here? Who? What planet? Not on Earth? Maybe Andromeda, Saturn, but not here. We the best. On Earth? Let's get it. T said, nope, we don't want him back. Facts. Sneaky Ninja said Lillard needs to be traded. I got you. Let me know who you're gonna trade him for that's gonna get you 25 points and 7 rebounds a game or 7 assists a game. Let me know who you're gonna trade him for, Sneaky Ninja. I'd be very interested. What up, Scales? Appreciate you tapping in late, bro. Shout out to my homie Scales. What up, bro? Yo, we better beat that Laker team that played tonight. Laughing out loud, but very serious. Facts. Shout out to you, Scales. What's good? Yo, hey Scales. He said he a jive turkey, bro. Come on, fam. Unbelievable. Sneaky Ninja, now I see you in here trolling, bro. Salute to you, bro. And I don't know who that is on your thumbnail, but that look crazy too. Salute to you though, bro. Marvin Childs, what's good? I have to disagree a bit. Coaching carousel, I get it, but when our fans are going to put the blame and on kind of ownership, especially Haslam. He owns the Browns. Larcy wouldn't let this happen. I feel you, Marvin. It is, I agree, but the power, they own the team. I feel you, but the power has been given to Horse and Doc to get the proper players on this team to be successful. They just provide the money. They provide the money. The decisions are still coming down to Horse. They're not telling Horse who to sign and not sign. That's all Horse. So yes, we need to hold ownership accountable to a degree, but the most of the blame is going to be on your general manager and your coach. Those are the leaders. D Cole 123 said, honestly, Draymond just found a team that can use him. If it wasn't for the Warriors, he would be getting passed around from team to team. He not like that for real. I agree, actually. Salute. I agree. I agree 100%. Derek Stevens said, what's good? Glenn Rivers is a media personality. That's coaching. Adrian Griffin was 30 and 13. Doc is 39 and 30 with a better roster. Wow. Yo, that is a telling stat. A telling stat. Salute. Monalando said Griffin defense was like Jokic is hilarious. Hoy Street E was good. Giannis is hell bent on getting his 30 a night. Dame is hell bent on logo threes at times. The ball is popping around, but we always revert back to our old habits. No matter how great we play, our defense, our offense kills us. And defense. What kills this team is lack of consistency, Hoy Street E. That's the problem, bro. We're just not consistent. That's just what it is. We're not consistent. Period. D Code 123. I said that Doc has done nothing to this offense but steal some of Griffin plays with the two-man pick and roll with Dame at half court and Porter's running off a screen too and ISO. That's it. Yeah, Doc's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. Thank you, D Code 123. Griffin had this offense averaging almost 130 with a lesser talented team. Why can't Doc do that with a more talent? Because Doc can't coach. Doc can't coach. The whole point of a coach is to lead your team and bring the best out of the players that you have on your roster. Who has become better on this roster since we have had Glenn Doc Rivers as our head coach? Please let me know in the comment section if there is any player you feel that has been improving under the leadership of Glenn Doc Rivers. He has to go at the end of the season. I don't care if we win a championship. We could go undefeated. We could go 16-0 in the playoffs. I still want Doc gone. Marvin Charles said, I say that because Horst wanted Atkinson as the next head coach, but Haslam instead forced him to hire Rivers. Are you sure that it was Haslam, though, Marvin Childs? Are you sure it wasn't players on the team? If you got any receipts, I appreciate it, Marvin. I just feel like that was more player based than ownership based. But if you got more information, let me know, Marvin. Appreciate your support too, Marvin. You've been around for a minute. T was good. Doc is horrible. Give him the boot. Let him enjoy his vacation in Cancun. Facts. What's going on, Beer Hana? I hope I'm saying that right, bro. I'm gonna start giving Dame a break after finding out today that he has been leading the NBA in on-ball gravity and still putting up the numbers he is, despite getting terrible screens all year. Look at somebody coming in and speaking with some sense. I be trying to tell them they be like trade Dame like Dame is some 10-6 player. Do y'all know how crazy that is? How quick trade Dame, trade. Who are you gonna get back that's gonna give you 25 points and 7 assists? Who are you gonna get back? The way y'all spit in Dame face sometimes is crazy. Y'all literally spit in his face. It's crazy. King Kwame was good. Bucks need to stop him with the ball hog drive. It starts with Giannis. He used to pass that out more. He gets tunnel vision sometimes, but he definitely needs to expand his vision as far as passing when he's going to the paint. There's a lot of wide open threes to be had on the wings. Monalando says sometimes his owners have the final say on who gets traded and hired. I agree, but I don't know that for sure. That's what I'm saying. That's why I find it kind of weird that we even hired Doc, or was that just supposed to be a stopgap? Because look how that kind of happened. He was hanging around the franchise and all of a sudden got hired. I just don't know. I don't know. I just know I'm not gonna blame it all on ownership. They definitely play a role, but again, the coach and the general manager I feel like should have more of the blame. Sneaky Ninjas, I don't think Lillard should be traded because he is bad, but if he's traded, the Bucks could get more depth. So you go with less superstars. So then that would mean that Giannis would be your only superstar around star players. How would we compete without firepower against teams like OKC, the Knicks? What depth are you going to get that's going to allow us to compete against the Knicks, against Boston, against the Cavs that have multiple stars? So you want us to trade a star for role players against teams that are stacked with stars. Can you please explain to me how that would work? Where you just have Giannis and a bunch of guys going against Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, all-star caliber players, but we're going to trade Dame, an all-star player, since he's been with the Bucks for depth and just have Giannis. You got it. Crypto Parker said Dame for Booker. What's the difference in player? Besides one being younger, what's the difference? Booker don't play defense either. What's the difference? I get it for the youth portion, but they're the same player. Y'all would complain if y'all have Booker too. Because if he ain't playing good on defense, he misses first 3 shots, y'all would be on his helmet too. That's just what it is. Monalando says some teams give the fans the illusion of contending for a chip. We got Dame and Giannis. You know how many jersey sales that creates? Facts. I got a Dame jersey upstairs right now, chilling. Decode123 said, "True, it was definitely a weird hiring because he started talking about the Bucks more and more right before he got hired." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was a real weird situation how Doc got hired. Friar Tom said the math ain't mathing, bro. Facts, facts. Salute, my man said the math ain't mathing. I agree. Monolando said we have depth. We just don't know how to use it, starting with Doc. Facts. King Kwame said Dame is better than Booker. He hasn't been the same since CP3. Wow, great point. That's a good point. Great point. Hoy Streets E said Dame is greater than Brook. I feel like that. Marvin Child said, "What's good, bro? Another reason I'm weary of Haslam as an owner is that he owns an additional soccer team with a history of losing seasons with the Browns. We don't want a complacent. Yeah, at least he wins. Yeah, that's true. Fair point, Marvin. I see where you coming from, Marvin. I see where you coming from." Mr. 414 said, "Against these other coaches, Doc looked like he's cutting the lawn with a Sith, while the other coaches are riding in a sitting down lawnmower." Bro, that analogy is hilarious. Are you kidding me, Mr. 414? Are you kidding me, bro? That's hilarious. This dude, y'all is funny, man. Funny. Oh, again, Bucks Nation. Let's just exercise patience. We got double digits games left in the season. I am hopeful the Bucks will show some heart, some determination, some will to want to win this game. To start playing well after this win. We just needed something to be positive for this team. I'm not trying to be negative, y'all. I think if we'd have lost this game, this team would have imploded. A loss today, this team would have imploded. We just need to keep this team together and try to hold it down. We do have Bobby returning soon, but we just gotta we just gotta stop making mistakes. Look how the game went today. We only had 9 turnovers today. Look how good we played. We only had 9 turnovers. We had fast break points today. When we're playing enthused, focused basketball, this team can get it cracking. Damn, man, it's the consistency. Facts. Marvin Childs has some great points. Agreed. Bleach Report said Booker hasn't been the same since the finals. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. You get to the mountaintop and then you get kicked off. That's going to affect your psyche. Definitely. The Suns as an organization, respectfully, haven't been the same since the finals, nor have the Bucks. But we won the finals, so it's a little different. But the Suns haven't been the same since they lost to the Bucks in the finals, period. In my opinion. He's the third best point guard in the league. I agree with that. Or fourth if you want to put in Brunson. I agree with you, Luke. Agreed, Jeff. If we trade Dame, we might as well trade Giannis too. Dame is Giannis' boy, and if we trade Dame after trading K Mid, Giannis will walk. I can see that. I can see that. I'm gonna start calling you BD. What up, BD? Maybe some Bucks fans just need to actually see Dame's stats on paper. Here y'all got 25, 7, and 4 on 45, 38, 92 splits. You're not getting that regularly as a second option. Thank you. As a second option that leads the NBA in on-ball gravity. Bro, I be trying to tell these cats all year about Dame since he got here. It's just he has a very tense relationship with the fans for whatever reason. They look to just jump on Dame. And I keep showing them numbers and stats. I keep telling them his numbers this year better than Steph. They don't want to hear it. They want to say trade him for so-and-so, trade him for depth, trade him for picks, and get what back? Who are you going to get back that's giving you 25 and 7 instead of slowing down thinking if he's giving us 25 and 7, Giannis is giving us 30 and 10, they are not the problem. They're the highest scoring duo in the NBA. How do you trade half of the highest scoring duo in the NBA and think that's the right thing? Explain to me the logic. Jesus, the way we spit in that man's face is crazy. Crazy. Marva Child said Devin Booker has become another Nick Anderson. Crazy. Derek Stevens said 13 games left. Let's stay positive, Bucks Nation. I still believe in a 7-game series against anyone. We're still dangerous. That fat lady ain't singing yet. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Anything can happen. We have some games left. We just need to start building some good habits. That's all we're asking from you, Bucks. Start building good habits. You started today in this game. Use today's game as a blueprint moving forward as good habits. Moving the basketball, not turning the ball over, no cross court passes, not reaching all the time, making smart plays defensively, making educated decisions when going for a reach. That's all we're asking y'all to do is use your gray matter. You have the talent. You know the coach ain't gonna save you. Save yourself by each individual player holding themselves accountable for their play, for their defense, for their rotations, for their awareness. And we are dangerous. We are dangerous, but we're only dangerous when focused and locked in. We were locked in that NBA Cup when that money was on the floor. When money was on the floor, we was locked in. That was a whole different Bucks because it was money on the floor. It's money on the floor too in the playoffs. So I'm hoping we can get that same dedication and hard work in my Mayweather voice during the playoffs. But to say this team doesn't have talent is crazy. The only thing we're missing is an athletic big that can score. Besides that, what else do we need? We got depth at guard. We got some wing depth. We got players on this team. We just need to figure out how to best utilize the talent on this roster to be effective. That's it. I feel you, Crypto. Booker would be snapping on the Bucks. I don't know if you can say that where Doc Rivers is the coach. Patricia P said Giannis and Dame highest scoring duo in the NBA. Marinate on that. Exactly. That's what makes it so crazy. People quick to say trade Dame. The childish one. Dame and Giannis are statistically the best duo in the NBA. They are a perfect match. Correct. They need a system and a coach that could bring out the best in the players around them and make them their life easier by allowing them to score easier. I like that, Monalando. Dame and Giannis like Jerry West and Will. I like that. Did I say he was better than Curry? That I never said that out of my mouth. I said his stats this year are better than Curry. And you don't hear people in Golden State talking about trade Curry, and he's the number one option. Dame is a second option, putting up equivalent numbers of the great Steph Curry, is all I'm saying. And you don't see their fan base in Golden State spitting in Steph Curry's face. We spit in Dame's face since he got here. We've been spitting in his face. No matter how many game winners he's hit, no matter how many clutch shots he's hit for us, we spit in his face. If he has even an inkling of a bad game, it's trade Dame. He sucks. He's washed. We didn't get Dame Portland. It's like that. That's the difference. That's the difference. I am just trying to bring receipts to the table to let Bucks Nation know that we should be appreciating the talent that we have in Damian Lillard. I'm just here to bring awareness. I'm here to bring awareness. Jeff said it's not Dame per se, it's the losing and people take Dame as a scapegoat. That's a fair point, Jeff. That's a fair point. Oh, let me tap in Bshack before it get too late, y'all. Hold on 1 second. The great Bshack is entering the building. What up, Bshack?
What's going on?
You tell me.
It's
We on this late night
it's been
vampire live stream. You tell me how you felt about today's game, sir.
I got mixed emotions. I got
Okay.
mixed emotions because I can remember how I felt after the last game, and I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. Um, I, I'm. It's hard for me to get excited about a mid team without their two best players.
Correct.
So they did what they were supposed to do tonight, even though they didn't have Dame. They did what they were supposed to do, but until the Bucks beat a quality team that's fully loaded, my expectations right now are, I think we'll be. I hate to say this, man. It sounds kind of bad this late at night, but if we get to the second round, I'll be happy.
I agree.
I I hate to say
I
it,
think that's
man.
a win, though. I think that's a win if we get to the second round. We ain't been in the
Yeah,
second round in years.
yeah, and let me tell you, I've been feeling this way uh, for since the All Star game. I don't care if Giannis. I think he scored like 30 points, like once or twice in the last 10 games or so.
Hmm.
Giannis ain't right.
No, he's playing hurt. He's playing hurt.
Yeah, I watched a compilation today of some of his poster dunks.
Right.
His explosion is nowhere where it was before.
I agree.
And here's where I'm at on it. It's either an injury or that calf he's trying to be careful with, a nurse, somebody's dealing with something physical, or here's the worst case scenario. We're seeing a slow decline. And I hope it's not the latter,
Hmm.
because an injury can get better. But I said this today. I said if Giannis cannot be Giannis and they go out in the first round, there's really only one thing for this team to do. I didn't want to say it. I didn't really want to say it.
Hmm.
But if there is a slight loss in step or whatever, if the Bucks were smart, earlier than later would be the time to get some to get
Value.
some draft picks for him, man. Get to start working on your future. The one thing you don't want to do is wait till an athlete gets on the other side. And what bothers me is dudes are able to D up on Giannis too easily. He's a superstar, man. To me, to me, I don't know. This mid range is like a little shaky lately. It's not what it's been. So right now, I just feel like his confidence is not where it should be. He can
Maybe in
get
his
what he.
body though. Maybe the confidence in his body.
That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Um, what did AJ Green do tonight?
Nothing. He
Why
had
why
20 minutes and 6 points. 2 of 4 from three. 2 of 5 from the field.
Okay, without Dame tonight, I could see him getting some run because they needed some, guard rotation. But it's time for this dude to take a seat, man. It's time for him to take a seat. And I hate to be the one to say it. The reason why I think he's playing, I think it's HR.
You think it's
You always gotta have a little of this in the game, man.
right.
I think it's HR. I mean, what is this fascination
With
with
Pat.
certain dudes? They gotta play, and they're not bringing any production. I just think it's a front office thing.
Right.
That's all I can
That's
think of.
hilarious.
It's
Monalando
crazy.
thinks is Giannis' body too. I think it's his body. I don't think he's right. I think he's playing through some nagging injuries.
He's not right. And the whole deal after the last game, reports of them having a special meeting with Doc. And did you watch Giannis's post game after last game?
No, I didn't see his post game.
Giannis said, "Yo, I'm tired of all this. I just gotta be me. F what everyone else thinks."
Yeah, that.
I was
Hey,
like,
he reached his
Doc,
boiling point.
Doc, where you? Doc was like, nah. Doc,
Right.
Doc was like, we gotta talk this out because, and I'm trying to figure out what was he really saying because you can't do what you did physically before right now. So we
Right.
just can't give you the ball and tell you just to take us home. But you're saying you got to be yourself. I really don't understand. I really don't know what that means. And I can understand if Giannis is at his best right now. Yeah, I said, yeah, Giannis, do what you got to do. But right now, man, he can't. He has to get an angle on somebody. He has to go around people, not over them. His lot of his little shots are on the basket. They're not just money like they used to be. So
There are a lot of them are short. His layups percentage isn't what it used to be.
yeah. But overall, man, I just think that the Bucks. The Bucks have to get healthy. Unfortunately, Dame and Giannis can't take too many days off right now
Otherwise,
because
we'll plummet. Yeah,
we'll
we'll plummet.
plummet. We'll plummet, and then we got to get Bobby back. And we got. I would love to see this whole team together with Sims and Bobby. I would love to see a Doc how what the rotation would be because Sims plus minus when he's in the game,
It's high. Yes.
yeah, man, and he is a great team defensive player, man. And he allows us to play switchable defense,
Thank you.
and so I think hopefully he can be back by the playoffs. Uh, I don't want to hear nothing about no rush from Bobby
No.
because he's
He's
going to be
practicing.
practicing with the team, and uh, so I know he's shooting every day. All right. The only thing we have to be concerned about is he keeping his wind up.
Correct.
But but Bobby need to come back. He need to come back right. He don't need to.
Right.
We don't need to. Because he's the type of player. If he doesn't score, he doesn't. He brings no value either.
Correct.
Yeah, and we got too many on this team. Still too many to me, one-dimensional players. We need more two-way players.
Right. I also
Um,
think we need Ryan Rollins to play more, and I think that was evident today.
yeah, yeah. I don't know why he dropped totally out of the rotation. I can't really figure it out because at this point, I know he's not known as a shooter like AJ Green, but I think if he got enough run, if he were able to get up enough shots up, I think he would shoot a very decent percentage. Where what he brings you on defense,
Right.
uh, he's going to bring you more value on the court than AJ Green.
I agree. No,
You know,
I
so
agree.
so anyway, man, the Bucks are still, man, at this point. At,
We're
at
an
this
enigma.
point,
We're an
yeah,
enigma.
yeah, yeah, and dudes are bombing on us in the social in the media world,
Right.
man. I mean, what Chris Broussard was like, it's over. I mean, the Bucks are done.
Right. Yeah, that was
Dudes
crazy. He was emphatic with that.
dudes are clowning on us, man. But what can we
We
what
don't
can
have a
we
leg to
say?
stand on, actually. Just being real, we don't have a leg to stand on. Not
Yeah,
right now.
man. Let me ask you a question. Do you think in the off season the Bucks and Doc Rivers part ways?
Absolutely. It's a must. I think it's a must. What is he? He's done nothing. He hasn't improved the team at all since he's been the head coach. We've gotten worse under his
Yeah,
leadership.
yeah,
Respectfully, it's gotten worse.
yeah. And when they do whatever they do not need to ask Giannis for
No, we don't need any
any
input from Giannis
any
Antetokounmpo.
input from Giannis. Um, but I just don't think Doc has been creative enough. I don't think he has. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know if it's just he's so old school. He hasn't adjusted to the new game. But it seems like some of these younger coaches, man, like uh,
Passed him by.
yeah, man, they just are putting together. They're making teams with talent equivalent to ours.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them a little bit better, but not much better. And they're playing excellent basketball. So here's also the question. Um, I know the chat's gonna bomb on me, but man, what's the common denominator, man, through all these coaches, man?
You tell me. Go ahead, Bshack.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Giannis has just disappointed me, man. And that's all I'm gonna say. I know people. Some people say he can't do any wrong, but sometimes he just shrinks.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. He shrinks instead of elevating. Sometimes he just shrinks, and the Bucks fans gonna have to ask themselves a really good question. Are they more Giannis fans? Or are they more Bucks fans?
There's a difference. I agree.
There's a difference, man, because there is this window. There's this window. You got this championship window, but with the championship window is clearly slipping away, you have to make very tough decisions for the future of the franchise. Now, if you wait too long, it could be 10 years before you're back in contention. But if you do it at the right time, it might be 2.5, 3 years, you're right back.
Yeah,
But
true.
you can't wait too long because, you know, right now Giannis' value is high. And the question is, do you want to still try to uh, extend a championship window with some players that are will we ever get there with them? Or do you want to say just look at yourself in the mirror, be honest, and say the championship window realistically is closed. Boston, they, I watched today. They're probably going to be together for a whole nother year after this.
Yeah.
Cleveland is on the come up. Uh, uh, the
Orlando.
Pacers are still strong.
Orlando.
Or Orlando, Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit basketball is back.
Right.
So the Bucks, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these teams, the Cavs, Detroit, Orlando, they took the route of doing a quick rebuild, getting
Mm-hmm.
these young players up, and look where they are, man. So I know it's a crazy thing to even think about life after Giannis, but they wouldn't be a responsible franchise if they didn't at least consider it. And
I,
maybe
I
they'll
I like
consider
what
it and
Kenny
say,
Mack said. If the Bucks get knocked out this year, it's time for a rebuild. Depending, yeah, I can see that. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
yeah,
That's
man,
that's the
that's just
truth. This is a hard conversation. Maybe we're gonna go in depth in the off season, but I do think this is a conversation that needs to be dove into. Agreed with you, Bshack. There, seriously, that something that needs. I know Bucks fans don't want to hear it, but hey, Derek Stevens, you right. Bshack in here spitting on this vampire live stream. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
now. I'm just trying to look at the situation for what it is, because like everybody else, I thought the Bucks, might, if everything was right going to the playoffs, they could
Mm-hmm. Do
they
something.
could make a run, man. But and let's be honest about Dame. Dame has just lost a step, man. He
Mm-hmm.
can't. Come on, man. This is Damian Lillard, and the scouting report is just pressure him, and he'll cough up the ball. That's
That
pretty
is
much
true.
what the scout report is. And Doc isn't doing anything to help him.
But that's what I'm saying too. He's not putting these players in the best spots to be successful. That's the whole point of a coach, to bring the best out of his players and put them in places to accentuate their strengths and hide their weaknesses. Doc doesn't do any of that. I think if we had a Terry Stotts offense, we'd see a much different Giannis and a much different Dame. If Terry Stotts was running our offense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're right. The whole thing blew up with beginning of last season,
Yeah.
and I think that he would have. Well, it would have been an advantage for Dame, especially since he coached.
Right.
Since that was his coach, but and then I'm looking at Kyle Kuzma. I'm glad he had 2 good games, man,
Right.
because I was about to bomb on him, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, he got it back to. He still can't shoot threes, but he's playing. He played way better these last two games.
Yeah, he's got to get downhill, man.
His
And
whole advantage is downhill. That should be his. That's his shtick.
yeah, yeah. And he needs to go strong to the hoop, man, not this weak stuff. That's his advantage. Because if he's out there shooting jumpers, man,
One
we're
second, B
dead in the
Chat. Can you
water.
please see what Scales just said? Let me put it back up here. Hold on 1 second. Dame said he still doesn't know when to score and be aggressive in Doc's system. I believe that. I believe that. That's Scales. Why do you think I'm always going in on Doc, bro? I'm not surprised by that. That's why I just said even before reading Scales' comment. If we had Terry Stotts, our offense would be completely different. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. That's how you can look a step slow. If you're hesitant and you don't know what you should be doing, you're gonna look a step slow. Maybe Giannis look a step slow because they're not quite sure what they should be doing. How do you know when to be aggressive if you don't know when you should be aggressive? If you're a running back and you're supposed to go through the A gap or B gap or C gap, and your coach don't tell you, you gonna hesitate when you get the ball before you go because you don't know. Maybe
Why not at certain points pull Dame over to the side and say, "Yo, I need you right now just to be aggressive and score." For
because
the
you're
next,
asking him to coach, he want to be
but
friends. You asking him to coach, he want to be friends. That's why
like
he
for the
ain't snatched nobody. He might have snatched somebody up 2 times since he been here, looking
most
engaged
of,
as a coach.
most of the young guys that he
Yeah,
that
that's
he
what I'm saying. He want to be friends with the vets. He want to go golf, have a couple of lining kugels, spotted cows. That's what he want to do. He want to make sure they still cool so they can go play golf. Like I said, drinking spotted cows, lining kugel honey weisses. That's what he on. He thinking about the off season. He need his people. That's why he gonna make sure Pat gets some playing time every blue moon, so they can be cool and drink Blue Moon's bars. But yeah, so
yo, but
I don't know,
how do
man.
how do we did Bronny get a season high tonight?
I'm sure it was.
How do we let Bronny get 17 points?
We're not that good defensively.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. I could not believe Bronny's out there with confidence, man. And
Hey, Kenny Mack, I agree. I think this team gave up on Doc and the coaching staff. Yeah, that it might be at that point.
yeah, man, because they were frustrated in the post game uh, you know, 2 nights ago. They were frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Giannis had like his head down. He was sighing. He was like, "Yo, I got to do me." I mean, that's like the most selfish thing I've heard Giannis say. Not that it was selfish, but for him, right, to say, "Yo, I gotta be me, no matter, I don't care what anybody says." So he's directing that at teammates or at the coaching staff.
Right.
And Doc might be having to do stuff that he really don't want to do, because Giannis said his thing is be aggressive and create. I don't. I think he's saying he wants the ball in his hands.
Right.
He don't want to be running around, screaming for everybody else. That he's got to be him. But I think Giannis got to take a step back and understand, yo, but you're not him right now.
Right.
You a version of him, but you're not him. I mean,
Right.
you ain't sniffed 40 points any time lately.
Right.
Okay, 30 points right now is your new 40, and his scoring average. If he's scoring average, probably gonna end up under 30
Yeah.
the way he's going, and it's just he's got to get that calf right, man, and
That's what I'm most concerned about. Just get healthy.
yeah, get healthy, man. But I've been watching Mr. Smith cook and everybody else cook on here, man. I've been sitting back. I would just say, let me just watch for a couple of games, man, and just
I know
kind of see.
that's why I ain't say nothing. You know how you like where Bshack at? I knew you was analyzing.
Yeah, man. I was listening and I just kind of I just felt so disappointed in the team. I didn't want to come on here and just bring down the
Right.
whole
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I
morale,
feel you. Right.
because I like to be positive.
Or at least
I do
neutral.
get riled up sometime and go off,
Right.
but it's just been so depressing because I've had to change my expectations lately. I've had
Again.
to go from, yo, I know we can beat Indiana. I know we can beat Detroit. I know we can beat. I think we can play with Boston. I think 3 of the games we played against Cleveland. There was like probably an average of 3 or 4 points
Right.
between all those games. But the way they've been playing, man, I'm like, we ain't got a chance, man. Unless something changes
Changes
drastically.
dramatically. I agree with you.
Yeah. So anyway, man, I know you know it's getting late, man. It's West
Yeah,
Coast.
appreciate you tapping in, Bshack. We spinning the block again on Saturday. Yeah, they play the Kings, I believe, Saturday. That's gonna be
Yeah,
another
man.
tough game.
Yep. And hopefully we play the Kings. Who else? Kings.
Uh,
Uh,
let me see. Hold on one second. I'll tell you the actual. Hold on, I'm looking right now. Bshack. So our next game is the Kings, and also a late game at 9 p.m. And then after that, we got. Damn, I gotta scroll here. Phoenix, then Denver, then New York, then Atlanta, then Phoenix again, then Philadelphia, then Miami.
well, we can beat Sacramento and
Yeah,
Phoenix. Phoenix is a mess, man.
right. But
And if
again,
anything,
no. I don't take any. I don't say we can beat anybody. I
well,
just hope we compete. I don't say we
yeah,
can beat anybody anymore.
Giannis should be motivated to play against Budenholzer, man.
Right.
He should be motivated in
I
that
agree.
game, you know, because some may say he's the one that pulled the trigger on Budenholzer being fired, man.
He was the trigger man. Yeah, the trigger
And
man.
so
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he doesn't go up to him like he did Jason Kidd.
Right. No, I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. But yeah,
You
it's
know,
getting
man.
late out
So,
here, Bshack. I'm gonna have to go ahead and
all right,
turn this
bro.
up. Yeah, all right. Appreciate you, Bshack. I appreciate all y'all joining this. What time is it right now here? Let me see. Hold on. 1:08 a.m. and we still grinding here, y'all.
208 here.
Right, see? Hey, y'all, hey, let's hit the like button. We grinding after every live win, lose, or draw. No excuses. Hit the like button. Appreciate the gems that Bshack, one of the more renowned members of the chat, was spitting today. Salute. Appreciate you, Bshack.
All
All
right.
right.
We out.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all see the time. I wish I could tap more people in, y'all, but hey, it's 1 a.m. Your boy do gotta go to work and function on some level tomorrow. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, Bucks Nation, on this Vampire live stream. I appreciate all the support. We are officially over 3,000 subs now for the best Bucks podcast on YouTube, the best Bucks chat on YouTube. We are taking over like I told y'all we would. I promise y'all. I told y'all Scott's honor. We the best, and we gonna prove it this season, and we're proving it. Now we need this team to prove to the doubters that they still got some fight left in them. And that's what we're about to see over this stretch in March. Let's see if they can use the momentum from tonight's win against the Los Angeles Lakers in LA to continue that momentum forward. Let's beat the Kings and let's just keep it going, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition, where we just got done discussing the Milwaukee Bucks win versus the Los Angeles Lakers, who were without Luka Dončić and LeBron James. We won comfortably, 118-89. We had 5 people in double figures. It was a great team effort today and a good win for the Bucks. Let's stay positive, Bucks Nation, and see y'all on Saturday. Go.